welcome back. I'm Brooke, the maker behind Blue Bean Crochet, and it's Friday when you're seeing this. It's Thursday night for me right now. But I am going to show you everything I've gotten made so far this week. Some remakes, some fun new ones. I tried a new 3-stranding yarn situation, and one plushie that I wanted to make, not that I had to make, because after the week I've had, I kind of just needed something to ground me and actually make what I want to make. So you ready to get to it? So the first thing I'll show you, I really need to move these closer to me, is the possums. So I made 3 possums. This is a pattern by, I have a list, Lovable Crafty. And this is a paid pattern. It's on Etsy. I've made these for a while. I think this is the only possum pattern I've made that I've liked enough to keep making. They're no-sew. The ears are done in the round. The baubles are done, baubles in the round. I do have to adjust these, just from where it's like a couple stitches over. And these aren't really lined up very well either. But which is totally normal, depending yarn over, yarn under, tension. Making a lot of them. I have to move them from one to another. I can't keep anything straight. You chain out for the tail. The ears are done in the round, so you do them in the front loop and then you crochet in the back loop around there. The only thing I do different is they have you starting the pattern with pink. I don't like doing that. I don't like color changing right out of a magic ring. So I just go back in and border the nose after, and I think they still turn out really cute. Yep. So the first thing I did was 3 possums. And what else did I do? I made 3 more Loaf kittens. And this is by Annie Caraway Art. The body is all no-sew. You start at the front, work your way to the back. The ears are done in the round. And the tail you do crochet and sew that onto the little back. So this is the 3-strand yarn situation I was mentioned. It is the Premier, brought them because I knew I would forget. The Pixie Dust Brights by Premier. And I've had them for a while. I think I ordered them the first time I ever ordered from Premier when I didn't know any better because it's really thin. I use the colors Seafoam, Sunshine, and Pink Punch. And I just triple stranded it. And it worked out pretty well. I mean, it turned out with the 3 strands, it came out about the same size as, maybe a little bit smaller than the Mystical in Bernat. So they're pretty comparable in size. It was a little rough on my hands because I made 4 things with the triple stranding, but I think it just turned out really cute. And I have another ball of each of them, so I might try to figure out something else to do with that. So with the Loaf Cats, I don't know if I mentioned it before, I like to stop once I get the front feet in, and then I put in the eyes and I embroider the nose and the whiskers right after I do the front feet, because then I can tie the cotton yarn tight inside. I didn't always do that, but I just started doing it, and I probably saw it somewhere and was like, oh, that's genius. So 3 Loaf Kittens by Annie Caraway Arts. Oops. Dropped that one. Oh, dropped that one too. It'll be fine. The other things made with the triple stranding is a sleeping dragon. And this is a pattern by Nooks Hooks. I would love to have like 20 of these for Comic-Con, and I'm definitely chipping away at the numbers, but we'll see if I actually get to 20. But I did this one and the triple stranded as well. Now, I leave off the little, I don't know, are they gills? The little spikes? They have like gills or spikes on the side. I don't do those. They look really cute if you do. Just to save time, I don't do them, even though it's just like 2 extra stitches on each side. Yeah, the little no-sew dragon. I've made it a couple times. I don't really know what else to say about it. They're really fun. They're really cute. Yeah. The Sleeping Dragon by Nooks Hook. And I did do the black. I thought it was a good contrast for like the pastel bright colors inside. I thought it was a good contrast. So 1 Sleeping Dragon. This is going to be a quick video. I didn't get too much made. So something else I did in the triple stranded is I made a mini Una the Unicorn by Snuggle Beans Crochet, and I did give it the black mane and the black tail, the black hooves, but I gave it a little purple horn. So this is done out of the pixie dust from Premiere. This is the Chenille Basics Brights in black, and this is actually Posh for the little horn because I wanted it to be a little bit smaller, so I used Posh for the horn. And then they're 25mm sinker eyes on this one. Yeah, she's really cute. So yeah, 1 mini Una the Unicorn. Let's see, what else do I have? So the last thing I made in the triple stranded yarn is this little koala. This is, I guess you can say it's my pattern. Like, I wrote it down. So yeah, it's just unreleased. Just a little koala. I guess it's low sew. The only thing I sew on is the head to the body. But I don't know how to release a pattern, so he's just sitting here. Yep. So the little koala. And I did, this is Periwinkle in brights, and this is brunette in like a white. So yeah, 1 little koala. And I did 2 more of the Cuddly Tail monsters that I've shown before, but these are 2 new ones that I haven't done yet. So this is, oh, there's so much fuzz. This is Espy, the Cuddly Tail monster, and this is by SC Handmade. This pattern, okay. So the head, everything's sewn on. Everything's sewn on. Well, these little ear, little fluffs here, those are surface crocheted. But the head, you make the head, you make the body, you make the arms, the little feet, the ears. There's supposed to be a little circle here, and you make the tail, and you sew it all together. The ears in the pattern show felt, but I just embroider in a darker purple. I gave this one purple. It's like a purple, blue, black glitter Who's gonna focus? Like 25 millimeter eyes. I did a bobble stitch for the little head jewel instead of crocheting a circle and then sewing it on. I just surface crocheted the bobble. This tail, it was okay. It was more than 4 stitches, which I was worried about when I first looked at the pattern. I was like, oh no. These start with 3, I believe, which was not fun, but it's doable. It's not for very long. Yeah, you just tack the tail between the 2 little hands, embroider the little toes, and you have a little cuddly tail monster. I really like these. I think I have several more that I've gotten that I want to make for Comic-Con. The next one is Misty, the Cuddly Tail Monster. So this one, of course, the head. You make the body, the arms, the feet, the tail. The tails actually worked in one piece. If you want to say you make the 2, you make one, fasten off, you make this one, and then you crochet them together, and then you work the rest of the tail. So that was pretty quick. The little white frill here is surface crocheted around the head. All 3 of these little fins are sewn on. And this one, I don't know. I might have to remake it. His eyes, I feel like I put them too close together. Or I used the wrong side. I'm pretty sure I grabbed 25 for this one too. Yeah, they're both definitely 25, but his head just seems so much smaller, and I don't know what I did. The back fin, is it a fin? The detail is all surface crocheted. Yeah, I really do like these guys. I am I'm planning on staying away from having too many like Pokemon for Comic-Con. I'm gonna have a couple, of course, but I'm leaning into like the mythical, fantasy, whimsy kind of patterns as well. Instead of just characters. Now I will have some, but I don't want it to be my whole booth. If that makes sense. Well, on that note, I did make another one. But this is the snoring monster, sleepy monster? Yeah, snoring monster. And this is by J&M Adorable Plushies. He's cute. He's a cookie and a sleep mask. Like, the sleep mask can come off too. And he still has a cookie. I love this pattern. I don't know why it took me so long to make it. I bought it last year for Comic-Con and I just never had time to make it. But so this one, the head and body is one piece. The ears get sewn on, the arms get sewn on, the little pads on the feet get sewn on, and the feet get sewn to the body. And then the cookie, of course, you sew it, tack it on here to his hands, and then the face is embroidered on, and he has a little tooth. He is really cute. And he's very chunky. He's got a little booty to him. He's very chunky. That or I overstuffed it, which I have a tendency to do, but yeah. Now for this pattern, I checked their Etsy, their Instagram. I checked their I think they have a Ko-fi, coffee, Ko-fi? I don't know. I checked that, all the links through her Instagram. I can't find this pattern anywhere. So I don't know if, because they had a bunch of other little characters like this as well, and I can't find them anymore. So I don't know if they took them down, which would make sense, but I can't find them. I will link to their Etsy shop because they do have other cute patterns, but I cannot find this one particular pattern anywhere. Well, that's pretty much it, unless you count the 2 Loaf cats that don't have tails and aren't closed, so they're not technically finished yet. I can show you the big one I made. I saw this pattern a couple weeks ago, a week ago, I don't know. And it is Essex the Plague Doctor by Creature Made. I can't even get him on camera. He keeps going up here. This thing is incredible. I actually just finished it this evening because I wanted to have it made for the video. What can I say about this dude? He was a lot, but so much, very much worth it. You start at the feet, and just like all, standing patterns, you make one, fasten off, make the other one, crochet them together. He has very long legs. He is long-legged for sure. Work all the way up to the neck. From the legs, you go back and you surface crochet the little boot brim on. The little, you see how the boot part, that is crocheted separately and sewn on. He has like a little neck collar here. That is surface crocheted. This part here is crocheted separately and you sew that on. The arms are sewn on. For the arms, you make the glove, cuff, and then you make the sleeves. And those are both surface crocheted on. This whole coat here, the bottom of the robe, is surface crocheted. You start up here on the round. She'll tell you to like back loop when you make the body. So you have the front loops to start. And you just crochet all the rows down. For the trim, I went ahead and just did it in brown instead of black because I thought it would tie like the boots and stuff together. The belt is crocheted and sewn on. I told you I think this neck piece is crocheted and sewn on as well. And then the head is worked in one piece. You start at the little nose beak, start at the front, and you work your way back. The eyes are sewn on, and the hat is sewn on. And I did put a piece of cardboard in the top here just to keep it flat because I want it to be really nice and flat at the top. And then you stuff that and you sew that on. But yeah, this dude is definitely going to be one of my showpieces for Comic-Con. I measured him. I think he's like 15.5 inches. Let me see. Oh, I have this giant ruler for when I was making scrunchies. I used it to cut the fabric. His feet, they lined up. Yeah, I think so. He is 15.5, almost 16 inches. That's probably like reversed for you guys. Yeah, he's like 15.5 inches tall. And this is at a Posh. Keep that in mind. The black is Posh. The brown's Baby Bear. The white is Posh. I couldn't imagine this thing in blanket yarn. I thought about trying to do it just to have it would be like a toddler sized plushie. Like, he would be as big as my 2-year-old if I did it out of blanket yarn. But yeah, I'm really proud of this guy. Like, it took me, I worked on him over 2 days. But yeah, I don't regret it. I will totally make another one if he sells. Or maybe if I just, by some miracle, finish prepping for Comic-Con early and have just time on my hands. Maybe I'll make another one then. Or maybe I can make one out of the 3-stranded yarn and I'll just have like a pastel plague doctor. That could be different. I don't know. But that's it. That's all I have to show you this week. The plague doctor is definitely my favorite. And then the little splooting unicorn is definitely a close second for the week. Well, I have to get back to, I guess, trying to prep. I have a list. This is actually I've started using the goal tracker that Stacy from Apple Tree Boutique, or Stacy makes. I believe it's on her Patreon. It keeps track of, the way she has it set up is you can input what you want to make, how long it takes you on average, how many you want to make. It calculates how many minutes that would take, and then you can say how many you've made. It tells you how many's left, and then it tells you how many items per day you need to finish to meet your goal, how many hours it will take, and a total item goal. And right now I'm at 18% for just the small things, like the cats, the kittens, the spiders, the grumpy frogs, platypuses, rats. All those are on here. I got a lot of work to do, but I cannot just make, like, I wanted to have how many, like 40 possums. I can't sit down and make 5 possums back to back. I get bored. I can plan my weeks to make sure I get those done and make the bigger things, because I do enjoy making the bigger ones more than the smaller ones, but the little ones sell. So I guess we'll see. I'm not really sure what I'll get done next week. I'm going to do my best to have something to show you guys next week. Everyone's going out of town and I'll be hanging out with the 2 littlest all week. If I don't get anything done, maybe I can do like a shelf tour. I can show you everything on my shelf. Some of it you've seen, like some of the stuff. I don't like putting the nicer ones like in my shelf, like the totes, before I take them. I feel like they stay nicer if I leave them on the shelf. But yeah, maybe I can show you what's up top if I don't get anything made. So on that note, I will see you next week. Bye.